So this is a nice little first hole, par 4. It did rain all day and all morning this morning. It's about 3 o'clock right now. And it rained all night last night. There's a 1 sum in front of me, so solo player, so we'll see how long he takes. Should be fun. This is my home course in Charleston, South Carolina. Mount Pleasant, to be specific. This is going to be a fun day. I think we're going to catch a little pocket of nice weather. As mentioned, I normally walk, and while I could strap it, and maybe I'll do that in the back 9, I figured maybe it was an omen just to take a cart. So he's pulling up now. I've got my mini driver here. Might take me a little minute to adjust this color on these glasses. It is a little different. Everything looks a little goofy. I'm going to try to poke one on the middle, about 250, 270. That's about what I just did. A little bit right. A little bit right. Not bad. And I did not break my tee, which is even more important. I like this GT280. Is that right? Yeah. It's that 2 wood. That's a tee from Sawgrass. Probably is an overrated course for the price, but man, it is fun playing there. I played there twice. Played there a couple years ago. And then I just played there 2 weeks ago. So my drive usually goes around 250, 270 with that 2 wood. Probably around 270 to sometimes probably eclipsing 300. Man, these glasses do make everything look really, really vivid though. And I should be over this bunker, and I should be right on the right side here. So I actually hit it pretty darn perfectly for where you want to be with the carpet. Maybe I'm up a little bit more. These glasses look so goofy, but man, it's nice to know that I can see stuff. I must be back here. This looks like it right here. So just from the tips with the 2 wood, just barely making it past that bunker. So I could probably use driver on that next time. I'll have to map that out. 147 out with the wind. I played a really good round in Wisconsin just the other day or last week, and I didn't even use my rangefinder, so I shot I think I just mentioned a 77, and that was with a double bogey on 9, so could have been a really good round had I avoided a few common falls. All right, 145 out. They're telling me to hit an 8 iron here. I'm hitting a 9. Just gotta make sure I get down on it and don't overswing. I think that's all over it. Just barely on. I thought that would definitely move a little bit further right. So I'm on the front right. Probably have 135 hit, so maybe they were right. Maybe that wind was playing into me a little bit more. Say it's actually helping. I guess I may have chunked it a little. I can play pretty quick though. I don't take much time on my shots. I'm not gonna lie there. But this is really kind of a neat course. Everything is so green right now. It's beautiful. So I normally write down my shots. They got new scorecards too. So I hit 2 wood, and I think that was a good shot. So I put a little check mark there. Did not hit in the fairway, so that's where we marked it. Then I hit a 9 iron from 145 out, and okay, short. I just played with a 60-degree wedge, and I'm going back to a 58 today. And it's just out of what's in the bag. I used some old clubs the other day. So, not a bad shot. Sitting on 2 in this hole is always a blessing, and you're playing from the tips. Like, how can you be mad at that? So, have not taken any practice putts. It just literally pauses out on the video every 3 minutes, so that's just kind of fun. There's that. I'm not going to take much time putting today because these greens are shaggy, and who needs to spend a lot of time putting? Just hit the ball. Wow, is that slow? Holy cow. The greens in Wisconsin were so much faster. They were really nice. Same with TPC. They both were actually very, very similar, surprisingly. For $80 round compared to a $750 round. And a 3-putt. It's just how you want to start off a good round, right? With a bogey because of a 3-putt. Look at that burnout. Well, I certainly do not like bogeying. It is what it is, though. On a 3-putt, and faster greens all the way from what I just came from, and these are really slow, so I'll take the one here on that one. So 172 out with the laser. They're telling me center is 153. That can't be right. Oh, it's got me on the other hole, doesn't it? No. I must be getting the woods. Okay. 145, 146. 146, and then the back is 160. 146. It's like the last shot. I really feel comfortable taking a 9 iron. But I guess they're telling me to take an 8, so maybe I won't swing so hard, and I'll try to hit it 150 instead of my usual like 160 on that club. It's usually about what I do. No tees back here again, and I hate using these TPC sawgrass tees for that, but that's okay. Ugh. And I just fanned that one, but that should be enough to get on. I don't think so. I'm going to hit a provisional. I broke my tee, so that's gone. What a bad shot. Player B here. Long. Long at 164, playing 158. Wow. Well, that means the first one's got to be up there. I hope. All right, let's see where I landed. I brought a couple extra balls and an extra club or wedge in case I do find it. I'm hoping that this first one is still up here. Probably not, though. Oh, I did. Boom. If I could have planned it, I would have placed it right there. Not on the green, don't worry. Lucky son of a gun to be there, though. Could have easily been right there. Right there. Okay. There we go. I almost went in. That almost went in. I really like that. I kind of felt that a lot in my shoulders. I don't know if my form was actually all that great, but I'm not even gonna clean it off. I'm just gonna do it. Boom. It's a 3-ski. Okay, so I think nice recovery with the 1-putt. Can't really argue with that one. This is a par 4 and it really dog legs, and he's out there. So let's see where he is right now. So he's probably about like 180. No, 229. Okay. And I'm going for to the right of him, and I'm trying to not go over those trees. That's 270. See, I can pretty much go anywhere I want out here, I think. Yeah, that's 290. I could even hit a driver here, but I'm not. I'm going to hit a 2-wood again. I'm really going to try to stick to that 2-wood today because, you know, sometimes the driver just gets erratic. I might start pulling 2 clubs up there just for the hell of it, because that's what I'm here for. Or maybe I should just do the driver. Cut it. No, I'm going to try to stick to that 2-wood. I'm going to have to be sensible here. Alright, if you look out in the distance, cart's just now driving through. He took forever. I think he may be waiting on somebody up there as well. So, I'm trying to play as quickly as I can before this rain. Decided to stick with the 2-wood. Going kind of straight at those birds and that tree should be, that last palm tree on the right should be around 270 to 300. And I'm not going to get it there. I'm not going to get it that far. I really turned my wrists on that one. Not a good shot. I might be okay though. I think I'm okay. I'm going to hit another one just because I'm having to wait on this guy and I don't really like the way that felt. And I should be able to hit that ball better. There we go. It's still leaking, but that's a lot more powerful of a shot. One more for the grandkids. And no, I don't have any grandkids, but that ball's gone. Darn it, I turned on that one. Didn't hear a peep though. Alright, let's go find them. Well, one of those is really good. Right down the middle there. I went left on the third one. That one probably would go cutting right here. I'm not seeing it though. It was a freebie, but I don't like losing any golf ball. I don't really want to go walking through stuff today. It's all wet. Alright, that one's gone. I'm hoping that that is my first. And it might be. Probably not though. Now that I'm looking at it. We're on hole 3, bub. About 180 out. I'm just going to take a 6-iron with me and have fun with it. I'm thinking I'll probably be about 170 out when I get up there. Well, that is kind of cool though. But it does not make it any easier to find your golf ball. Which I thought was up here. None of them made it? These aren't any, none of these are golf balls. These are all feathers. Not one made it? What? 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 I don't believe that for 1 second. I thought I saw one right down the fucking middle. I mean, freaking middle. I have to drop one, really? Let me figure out what's going on here. or find a ball to hit, because I don't even have it with me. Okay, actually I got pretty lucky. As soon as I walked down here, this one was here. So, and this is my first one, but that means my other one should be really good, because I had a Kirkland first, and then I hit a TaylorMade, and then I hit a used Titleist. That's going to be an impossible shot. I'm going to have to punch this out. That sucks. I'm also going to have to start using my driver there. But my second one was much farther. So I'm really, really surprised that I don't see the second one up here. And I get that chicken get lost, but wow. Okay. Wow, 1 for 3 on those? That's not good. I'll have to make sure I'm not swinging too hard. But I would have thought that my drive would have been there. I got lucky that I found my first ball. Maybe it wasn't even my first ball, maybe it was just another Kirkland. It is wet out. We're playing 170. I have a 6 iron. That's about what I should be hitting. Green looks like it's off to the right. That actually looks really good. I'm on. Huh. I hit that like a knuckler, but boy. Well, 170 easy. This course is all torn up right now. So they have all these signs and they're rerouting people because they're doing a bunch of work. It's gonna look real nice. Wow, that was a great shot. Huh. It's a shame I had to punch out. I got lucky finding that though. Oh, if it was again my ball, I don't remember what number I was using before that, so I can't be certain. But 1 out of 3 ain't good. And that one I still had to punch out. So I have the frickin' 2 wooded so I can avoid having to do that with the driver. Right to left brake. I gotta stick it because this is shaggy. Back of the cup. It's a shame. That's a real shame. It's a bogey with a 2-putt. Great shot from the 3. I guess I go that way in the 4th hole. Alright, so I'm sinking the round here. Oh, I need to get bug spray on. 16. Playing from the tips. I need to go around these numbers actually. This is a lot longer of a hole when I play it like this. I'm not used to playing from the tips and I'm going to have to in a month. Playing in a tournament. Okay, so clear there. 230. I can hit a 5-wood there now. And they're saying hit a 3 iron. It's a 300. People do go for it. I don't recommend it. Alright, I am going to go with the 3 iron like they recommend. I could hit a 5-wood very easily though, and I feel like I'm pretty accurate with that, but this should just be a club that I really am comfortable with hitting about 220 or 230. It should keep me out of all the trouble in the world. That's drawn a little bit much. Might be okay. I'm gonna hit another one just because I need the round. Another Kirkland here. I'm gonna try to hit a little bit further out to the right and draw it in a little bit more. See, that's just a missile. I think I'm actually in that bunker. That's not fun. I actually got really lucky. I thought I overdrew it. I thought I'd be in there. Ended up being a really good drive power off the tee with a 3-iron. That's the first ball. I think the second one I thought was going to be in this bunker. Thought I heard it hit. I'm hoping it hit outside of my jog here. Yeah, dead center. So a little dispersion on that, I'd say. I tried to push it off more to the right to really get a good fairway lie, and that didn't happen. Let me rake this. Okay, we're back for an 80-yard shot, 75 yards to the center, playing 76 supposedly. Feels about right. A little left. See, I'm assuming my feet were lined up a little left, but we'll see what the Meta glasses show. I don't really know the rules on copywritten music, so any of y'all have any ideas as to how I can get some music on this thing? That'd be freaking fantastic. Alright, I'm gonna go up there. Where I'm putting from. I'm playing this course tomorrow too, so I'm playing it actually with some gents. So this is again hole 16, playing as hole 4. It is a par 4. It's a strong dog leg. It's technically considered I think the easiest hole on the course, but it plays a lot harder because you see if you hit a bunker or whatever, then you're in tough land. Okay. This green does not look as pretty. That's a good putt. I think that's a good putt. Alright, that's a par. Alright, so this is hole 17. It's from the tips you have to hit over water, and so this is the marsh water blend. Tree on the left is about 220-ish. Those hills, if you can see them, are about 330, so I don't have to worry about that. To the right over there, the hills to the right are about 265, so I just can't miss to the right. I don't always hit from back here. I rarely do, because I don't usually play from the championship tees, and it should be a fun go at it. So I'm going to try to, I don't really need to hit a fade, but I'm going to try to draw it a little bit. Straight draw. Those would be the two. Oh, and I just really hooked it. That's out of bounds. I hope I do that on the event next month. That's a shame. I just don't have the comfortability with my driver. I've just got a phobia. That should be good. It's a shame that I have to take a 3 from the tee, though. I honestly don't even know where I would take that out of bounds hit, because it didn't really cross and then go left. It just went pull, hook, left, which is my favorite miss. My second one, though, again, I pumped in the center, I think, of the fairway. So I'll have to play 3 from the tee either way. Hopefully I can get on and salvage a hole or salvage a bogey. This is really green, though. I'm happy to see that. I think this is about where I should be. I saw it on my line accordingly. Up there. I see it. Good. Okay. So, gotta hit a driver or a 5-wood. I could probably get away with a 5-wood there. I will take a look at that, because that's just such a safer club on that hole, man. 5-wood or a 2-wood. I guess I should have done that. I should just keep playing with that. Alright, let me line up. Pretty sweet here. God's country for sure. So 175 front is 174 playing 164 supposedly. I've got a little bit of a fluffer lie here. Should draw kind of naturally because of the slope that I'm on. Ball's above my feet. I'm gonna try to go like right of the green, center of the green, kind of in there. And it should draw over naturally. I don't really need to try to do that though. Oh, and I just kept it out. I was falling backwards. That's to the right. But it should be just off the green. I cannot get over how green this is. This is just, I know that there's brown spots, but that's probably because the heat, you know, stroked out the grass being 100 degrees a couple of days in a row. Hoping I'm not in that bunker, and I probably am. I really don't like the bunker. I'm right in the bunker. Good. It's a good sign that I need the work, huh? Let's get this out. I'll come back because I gotta rake it anyways. I'm sitting in a nice little orbit here. Just want to get out in one. That's all I want to do. And I did not get out in one. This is a bad hole for me. I'll clean this. It's a shame. Man, my bunker game has been so darn good lately, too. Oh. Darn it. So I'm aired on the tee, I'm aired on the iron shot, and then I can't get out of sand. Beautiful. All right, I need to pop this in and count on my damage because I really did screw this hole up. Left to right movement, maybe. Probably not too far outside of the hole, if at all. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Plug it to the left center. That's a shame. All right, I'm gonna total up that damage. It's not fun. We're making this into a par 3, and it's normally a par 4, but they're redoing the bridges, and actually it's kind of fascinating to see them working on a Saturday. It's pretty efficient. It's gonna look nice though. And again, the club championship is in a month, so I'm assuming they know what's going on. All right. Show it's playing 157. I should have brought an 8-iron probably with me then. 155. Yeah, I would have probably played an 8-iron, but that's okay. Just don't want to overswing. I should be good. I'll tee it up a little bit higher. Let it fly. It's a little off to the right, but not a bad shot. I'm gonna hit another one just because we're waiting so long, so why not, right? Why not have a player B that get a hole-in-one on one of these? Never had one, by the way. Oh, and that one's gone, so I'm glad I'm playing player B on that one. Stupid swing. Okay, so first shot obviously on this one, and not a terrible shot on a par 3 makeover here. So a little bit off, obviously. 9-iron, red 155. I really only hit about 150, 145, and that seems to be about the number that it played to. So I did lose the second ball, but I kind of really didn't really care. So Kirkland simulator ball. I like Kirkland for that, and they crack after a while. All right. I mean, that's a pretty darn gone good chip. I've learned to put everything out because it will come back to bite you. Alright, it's a par. So I got par 3, I need that after my 8. It was an 8, by the way, on that par 4 where I went OB on the driver by my pull hook. And then decided to have to hit out of the bunker twice. Yep, 58 failed me. And that's pretty darn rare. It's a nasty lie, though. Usually in the South, they'll give you this home course where you can rake it and place it. But whatever. Here we go. Well, the skies really opened up. So I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know how they map this out, but they kind of did a cool job. So they're now having us play the 4th hole, which is playing as the 7th hole, which is interesting that we did the loop there. Again, I'm not really all that geographical with the course mapping. Actually, if you mention a random hole, I probably wouldn't be able to picture it. It kind of all merged together. So either that's my memory or that's just golf. But it's a fun little walk in here. Again, I will be walking this course 99% of the time. I think even during the championship, I will walk. And I don't want to say it's a power move, but if I'm going to even consider the possibility of losing, which when you quad bogey a par 4, you certainly should lose any round you play. I will at least lose a few extra calories. So, and these guys are not very quick. All right, I'm going to charge. All right, so I decided I'm going to hit with we're going on the 4th hole. We're playing from 360 out. I'm going to go with a 2-wood. Ow, I just stabbed myself with a freaking A pencil. Ouch, and I'm bleeding. Look at that. That's fun. Good thing they don't make lead poisoning anymore, or lead pencils. Damn it, that hurts. So 280, I think, is about where those bunkers should come into play, so I really don't think I have a problem there. Yeah, I'm going to tee it up pretty high, though. A little bit more like a driver. For whatever reason, I don't normally do that. You just do not want to go left here. And you really don't want to go too far right because there's a driving range. So I'm just trying to kick it through those field goals, that upright. It should be okay. A little cutty. I think I hit it on the heel. I really don't want to hit 2 provies. I don't mind playing player B with a bad one. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, I'm going to charge these and drive up there. Alright, so 360 hole. I only hit that about 230. Again, I heeled it. So stay with a nice cut on that one and on the fairway. So it says I'm only 114 yards out. And I have an 8-iron. Now I feel like if I do about a 60% swing, maybe 70% swing, I should be able to hit a knockdown. It should go about 125 at the most. That's what I'm going to try to do here. Because anyone can hit it. I'm on. I thinned it. I really thinned that. But I did get on with that. Such a pretty club. I'm just not very good at hitting them yet. Or if I ever will be. But they are pretty. So I get that right here. That's definitely my miss, is a heel or a low guy. A little thinner. But alright, I'm gonna run up there. Should be on the green. Okay, so should be just in the back of this green here. I'm gonna get a couple of golf balls just so I can chip around for a minute because these guys are slow in front of me, and I'll let this all upload and transfer. So 58 Vokey just to mess around with when I get up there. Thanks, guys. Well, I did roll off a little bit, so I will be chipping anyways. But to be quite frank, thinning an 8 iron, landing it at about 115. 110 maybe. Alright. Let's do this number. Chipping's been really good, much improved. So here is the putt on the 4th hole, playing as the 7th hole today, and not a great front 9. I'm just glad to be out here, to just be quite frank. Whew, almost missed that. You can see that burn though. Wow, that was close. I should keep that outside more straight as an arrow, and don't even need to watch it, just listen. This is number 5, plays as a par 5. Rush it ball. How you doing, man? Oh, look at the deer and the fawn. Wow, look at all of them. Wow. Look at all the young ones. Those fawns, oh my goodness. I've become a softie now that I have a baby girl. Oh, just don't overswing, please. It might be okay. We'll find it. That ping driver was so much more accurate for me. I should really bring it out here again. I might bring it out here tomorrow. Darn it. Hit him straight, dude. See you. It's Ryan. He's a super nice dude. Works here. I've never played with him, but supposedly gonna hit the ball a ton. Maybe we'll have him on as a guest. I think I went really far right. Let's see. I should be on this, probably near this path, but it wasn't pretty. Not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. Where are we? I see us. Now normally I would play this as it is, and I think they would make me. Well, I guess I could say interference and play it off of this dirt. One of the downsides of missing left or right here is this, but I'm going to put that there. I'm actually going to hit a different ball. I didn't really mean to hit that ball. I was just too lazy to go back for it. For a better one. And I am going to hit off of grass because, you know what? I want to hit a good shot here. So, one of the joys of not having to answer to anyone about your score or what you're kicking or what you're doing. And I'll even take a stroke on it. Why not? Just say I punched it. Alright. They say this is playing at 210 out. I really shouldn't be hitting a 5 iron. But the front is 200, so I guess I could get it there. A little soggy over here. I'm going to go for it. Just want to have a nice smooth swing. Balance is the name of the game. That looks really good. Looks just off the green to the left. Well, that is unfortunate. So par 5. First ball went right. Second ball, 5 iron. It would have been short, but it would have been a lot nicer in the fairway. So this will be fun. These bunkers are getting better and better. At least this one's level. That'd have been something. Let me rake this, I guess. I don't think I need to rake this guy. Hope that's not going to hurt the etiquette score on my handicap card. All right. That was a pretty good chip actor bunky play. All right. So I'll count the drop. Why not? Or the drop. I don't care. So that was my 4th shot. This is for par then. Could have been for birdie. Should have been for birdie. But you know, you make a bad drive and you don't really hit your 5-iron all that clean. But I could have hit the 3-iron, I guess. I just really wanted to hit that 5 and get that there, but whatever. 200 should hit right in the front, back there. Left to right on this. Boom. Beautiful. I don't really need anything more than 200 here, but that's why I'm going with the 2-wood again. I'm trying to really get this guy under control because it should be a really, really nice club to have in the bag. So I'm going to tee it up a little bit higher. I'm going to try to just hit a straight ball here. I'm going to try and hit nice and smooth. If we can get a little bit into out on it, I think it should be good. Even for that big tree, like right down the middle. Or to the left, if you're looking down far enough. That's going to be OB, I think. Off the toe. I'm just not a good shot. I'm going to hit this throwaway Callaway. I'm hoping I kicked off of something, and I just shouldn't have hit that ball like that. That's a shame. That's a much better shot. Where's that? That's what I was looking for. Player B. Great. Let's see if we can find that one. So here's what's going down. The first shot went out of bounds. I found it, which is actually very nice because that's a $5 savings. I will play the second ball and play it, of course, lying 3. And that's 3 from the tee. Should have obviously taken the drop, but for the sake of time. So now I'm 115 out. I've got a 105 club with me. So I should get on there. I just don't want to do something too crazy. Wow. I'm actually going to hit another one because that's not really how I drew up getting on. I did get on. It was a great shot, but it went through some trees. I didn't really plan on that. That's a better shot. That was a noodle. That one was a Callaway. Fuck, I might as well. I mean, shoot, I might as well hit another one. That's a Bridgestone. All right, those are good shots. Let me drop up there and I'll putt mine and repair some green work here. Okay, this is the 6th hole, playing as the 9th hole. We're on the green here. Again, I took a 3 from the tee. The deer are all back if you can actually see that far away. Those fawns look really cute. So I'm actually down a ball because I hit 3 on here, and I know my first one made it on. I think this one, hoping this one is my first one. Let's take a look. I hit 4, didn't I? Okay. That is not. That is the Bridgestone. Oh, that's not good. This must be the first one then. Okay. Callaway. This is the first one. Okay. So that would be my 4th shot. I'm lying 4, which is not ideal, but at the same time, I don't really mind my handicap needing the work. All right. Now I'm going to clean it. Going to go right to left. Leave it up top. And that's just not going to get there. Slow greens. And I didn't clean up the ball, so I'm sure it may have had some friction. Looks like it's got a little dirt spot on there right now, actually. So this is for double bogey, unfortunately. A triple bogey. That's what you want to get out of this. All right, time to get some practice in. See you in a hole. Darn it. Okay, here's the score. So, I'm counting a 44 if I were to count that as a true, which is really, really bad. A lot of room for improvement. This is a par 3. Kind of weird on the setup again. You play 16, 17, 15, and then you start out, and then they work you backwards. It's going to be unique. Oh well. All right, par 3. I'm getting 190 yards of the center on this par 3 from the tips. That's usually where the tips are. So this is playing more like the whites, which on today's scorecard, I'll take. All right. So I'm going to hit a Bridgestone that I recently found. Why not? Hit a freebie here. This is also a tough hole. There's a lot of water. You try to stick it to the left and fade it down. I'm going to try to hit a nice softie. That looks pretty darn good, but it is fading a little harder. I don't think I made it on. I will hit another one. I'm going to put this one a lot further to the left because I really don't want to lose a Pro V on this hole. Look at that one. That one's beautiful. All right. Player B wins again. Shocker. All right. So, actually I don't see those guys in front of me. It's interesting. Okay. So that was player B. That was a good shot, huh? Let me fix this guy. It's actually really dry. I can pick this guy up because again, I'm just hitting that one as a funny, but hit that every bit of 200 yards on the fly. This one about pin high. Not ideal. Let the sprinkler in. Okay. Love the transition of grass. Had that happen to me on a fairway 2 weeks ago and ended up losing the ball because of it. All right. It's gonna roll forever. What a bad chip. All right. Well, I need to putt this in for a par. So let's see if we can get it there. Let's clean it. Yeah, I would mark this in a tournament. Right to left to right. I mean, I saw it was left to right. I just didn't hit it left to right, did I? That's a bogey. All right. I'll let this guy go. That's a bogey. Darn it. All right. So this is a par 4. It's actually, I think, one of the harder holes on the course. You got to hit driver here, especially from the tips. And the tips are in a good spot. For whatever reason, you can absolutely cut it too hard and catch this water when tee boxes are here. I don't really ever play from back here. I don't really even play from up there. So normally tee boxes are there or the other one. So I've got this palm tree blocking my view, but I'm gonna go like for those bunkers, and that should only be about 320 or 350 out. So I really shouldn't even come into play with that. Maybe 300. So I'm gonna do a nice easy swing here because I feel like I'm always swinging out of my shoes. That's gonna be possibly trouble. I'm gonna hit another one. Yeah, not good. Kind of snap hook. I'm gonna try to fade one in there now. Really focus on it. There we go. Still not far enough right, but I got to hit driver here. First ball to the left of that tree. Second ball went to the right of it. They both should be playable. Second one was much better, much more pop. We'll get it figured out. All right, so I actually got really nice bounce on the first one. So playing that. Second one I already grabbed, rolled up a little bit further. 210 out. Tell me the hybrid. I don't have a hybrid, so I don't really know what the hell they want me to do. So I've got a 3-iron. I normally hit this about 230. I figure with this downslope, it's really tough, so I'm just going to try and get this guy up there. If it goes on the fairway or onto the green, that would be phenomenal, but I'm not holding my breath on this one. Especially with this low, or this decline in the footing. It's not easy hitting down on a ball when you're already down. But that one might do it. That one's a good shot. Get up there. Yeah, I think I'm on. That's about the best 3-iron shot I've had all year, I bet. Doesn't mean I haven't had good ones. That's just, I did not expect that to end up on the green. I desperately need it for this round. All right. The fact that I just rolled this guy up there is actually, in my opinion, rather impressive. So I'm going to putt. I'm going to bring this just because I don't really want to catch up to those guys and be sitting on my hands. I got a little satchel for golf balls. But that is a beautiful shot. 3-iron kind of came off like a stinger. So definitely caught maybe about 30 feet, maybe 40 feet in front of the green. And then trickled up on here. If you didn't get a chance to see that from the first footage, I mean, it's 200 yards out, so I don't know if I have that range. So here we are. Let's get the putter going. I'm seeing right to left. I see the burn mark. I can probably about 15, 16 feet out. And that really got slowed up about halfway, huh? It's lousy. I pulled that. Now that's a gimme. There. Wow, did I pull that? Son of a gun. Shouldn't have had that glove on. That's a frustrating bogey. Oh, man. Alright, so for whatever reason, they're counting 8 as a par 5. That's normally not the case. It's only a par 4. That's why it's usually the hardest hole. Apparently, it's not the hardest hole now. We're on hole 9, and this is the true par 5. Normally, I can go over a tree here and get on the fairway and have a chance for getting on in 2. But with it playing at 564, that's going to take me probably a 5 wood, even if I can get to 300 on this thing then. So I'll be going for birdie only on this one, and I really only want to make sure I'm finishing with my weight forward and balanced, mainly. And then I don't go out of bounds. I'm going to try to do a little cut action. Left side of the fairway is better. Well, I ended up on the right side, but that's still not a bad drive. I'm going to hit another one just because I need the practice, and this is a pretty safe hole to do it on. Both falling left to right. Alright. This driver is very forgiving compared to the previous model. And then I went to a wedding in the Midwest and had my had an old set sitting at my mom's house, and I've only been playing for 5 years now. So I asked her and my sister, who were traveling together for this wedding, if they wouldn't mind bringing a set of clubs with them in the car, because they're driving this big Tahoe for 3 people. And so after a little bit of negotiating, Clubs arrived in good condition. And I shot a 77 with them. You know, with a double bogey on 9. So, needless to say, I found a carrier and brought him back with me. I thought that was a really good round. 5 over on a set I haven't even touched in 15 years or 20 years. So, not what I'm gaming today, but yeah, and it's starting to rain, so who knows what hole we'll finish at today. Alright, I'm gonna go up to my ball. Thanks. Oh, here it is, right here. Beautiful. Don't even need to time me out. Fake out. And see, 272 out means I just don't have any chance of getting there. And so there's no reason to not just hit a nice, clean 6-iron, and that'll put me at 180. Wow, look at this dispersion. Wow. This has got to be the first one. Yeah, that's the first one. Second one. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, 270 out. So there's no reason to go forward here. I'm going to try to hit it. Clean land of 200. This is a 180 club. I'm going to try to also keep it down because that tree. I'm just going to roll it out there. And I hope that doesn't go in a bunker. My club turned on me a little bit. I'm going to hit that one again just because I actually want to see me pop that in the fairway when I'm checking up a ball. And that one hit the tree, so that's not good. Those are not good shots. It's not what I intended to do on either one of those. But new clubs, learning, and these are a heck of a lot different than the Titleist T200s. I will state that claim very strongly. Unless it's literally just psychological, and I don't believe that for 1 minute. The other ones have a more of a trampoline effect. You feel like you really just hit a homer with one when you line it. So, all right, I'm gonna go find that up first ball. I think I'm in that bunker. Oh no, I'm out of it. Good. See you in a minute. All right, walking into my ball. There's someone on the green right now. I don't really know why because I've given ample space to everyone, so I'm assuming he's an employee. But this is my first ball. I got lucky that I didn't go out of bounds. I think these clubs are just way too pretty to not hit well. And I hit my gap wedge about 125. No rangefinder on this one. Just going center of green. He's gonna wait for me. You know, you gotta love an audience, right? I went so far right. That's a shame. Pressure got to me. That's a shame. .58 putter. How are you doing, man? It's the quietest day out here I've seen in a long time. A little deep on. It's not an easy putt. They're slow. I mean, I just got back from Florida and then Wisconsin, and their greens are just so much faster. Dude, and the ones in Wisconsin were just as fast as TPC. It was crazy. Boom. Thank you. That's for par. We'll take that. You have a good one, my man. Keep hitting them out here. Take advantage of this when it's not so busy, right? Dude, sincerely, Ryan was on the driving range like an hour ago. Nice kid. He's a good kid. All right. Kind of cool to see 3 par 5s. So I just parred that because I 2-putted, as you saw, right? Or I just chipped in 1-putt. Sorry. Chipped in 1-putt. This one you got to use driver out here on this one, I think. I miss right very often on this driver hole. I really would love to use a 2-wood on here, but when you're playing it as a par 5 on a 10, under the heat of the moment, you're never going to pull out the 2-wood. I'm not. So that's all the work they're doing. That's kind of why this course is a little jumbled. New bridge going in over there. Looks like they're doing some pretty heavy lumber action. All right, so my miss is right here all the time, and this is playing kind of like that, but it should be further out today. I don't know how I snuck that guy in. I don't even know how that ball didn't get further in the air. I'm going to hit another one just for fun. And I'm really going to try to draw this one. Well, I did not, but it went straight. They both should be okay. The second one went much farther though, I think. We'll go find them. Should be 2 fairway hits. Okay, here's the first one. I think, yes sirree. Very dirty. It would have brought a rag, I know. So, caught maybe a little bit of that tree or just hit the rough. That's the second ball. Nothing really that great. Nothing to write home about. Hitting a 5-wood. I'm just going to try to get it about 200 yards. Don't really care. I'll choke down on it. Just try to get a nice draw swing on it. Kind of in those palm trees. That left, one on the right and left. Those are my uprights. That's beautiful. Wish we were drawing a little bit more, but that's okay. Even in the tournament, I'm not going to be able to go for an eagle here because I'll still be 300 yards out after my drive if it's like this. I shouldn't be going for eagle anyways, right? Oh, how nice is it though? And this course is so heavily played, and there's not a soul out here. And as long as we don't get crazy amounts of rain tonight, this course is going to be pretty tomorrow. My goodness. And you will get to see it tomorrow as well. Today is August 23rd, and tomorrow will be the 24th. So you'll get 2 rounds with me. All right. Here we go. Okay, that's like a perfect, probably 200-yard shot. I'm 120 yards out, so maybe a 180. So I'm 120. I'm going to hit that gap wedge again, and believe me, when I get home, I'm hitting the gap wedge at least 100 freaking 8 times because I have not hit this thing well at all today. And it should be probably my best club. It's got the most technology in it. It's the closest to like hitting a clean wedge shot, and just, you know, these guys are crazy right now. I'm getting a gust of hot air right now, so either it's my coming out of my mouth, haha, or it is literally trying to storm on me. 114. I probably would have hit my 52 here, but I'm going to hit my 48 gap. My 52 is actually bent to a 53. That was sloppy as hell. Gravy. I really love that. It's a good, pleasant feeling. Slow down. Oh, nice and loose. Nice and loose. Target line. 2 feet. I thinned it, but it'll be on. It's lousy. I should just be so good with this club. Wow, I really got those words out. Alright, I'm putting for 3 here. Okay. No towel. This is for par, sorry, or birdie, I'm sorry. This is putting for a 4. I mentioned 3 earlier and I was wrong. It's never going to happen when I'm playing from those tees. Okay, downhill, right to left. I'm going to try to hit a little off the toe. I watched an 1.5 hour long video on putting, and it actually really did help me, which is surprising. So 8 to 11 inches away from the ball, a little further right. I just didn't hit it hard enough. Just didn't hit it hard enough. And a little further outside. It's a par though. I need plenty of those to have a chance. Darn it. See, alright, so this is playing 450 out. Now normally I would not hit a driver, and I'm not going to hit a driver today. I'm actually going to hit that 2 wood again. I'm going to try to fade it or straight it. And have a nice second shot about 200 out. What's the plan? Got a little toey on it, and it's a little left. Now, I would imagine my feet are lined up left, because I, for whatever reason, have a really bad way of getting off course. These glasses are new to me and they don't really help, so at least that one's in play. Beggars cannot be choosers in this world, I say, or my mother would say. It's always fun to drive a golf cart when I'm trying to multitask. Should be right even with this tree. It's 450 out, so I should be around 200 yards out. So I'm going to take a 3 iron, a 5 iron, and a 6 iron. I'm going to have to walk this one. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Alright. I hit my 2 wood off the tee. I got a favorable left to right on this. At least I'm not over behind trees. And I'm slightly off the fairway. Now I'm 190 yards out with the wind into me. So I'm hitting a 5 iron. I'm gonna hit real soft. Just as like good things happen when you hit it soft. Bad things happen when you try to hit too hard. Like, that is a beautiful shot. And it's a little right. So I'm off, or I'm on the back right corner. 200 yards, I can't ask for much more than that. That's a great shot with a 5 iron from there. 190 and on the green, and 2. Let's see up there. It was a very nice shot on this hole. That 5 iron was from 200 yards out, 190 yards out. Took a real soft swing with it. Like, things just go so much smoother and more accurate if you take a 200 yard club and you try to put it at 190, which is right what this one did. I mean, I thought it was further right, and I thought I was actually off. That's why I brought my wedge. That would not have been necessary had I known what I know now. So let's fumble the ball first and then put it in there. So I'm seeing a pretty straight putt, which is kind of a nice relief, because this isn't necessarily an easy one. Still about 15 feet, maybe 20 feet out. But it's going to go right to left. I'm going to have a nice in-out putting stroke on this guy. A little toey. Weight forward. That's just not enough. I didn't even clip it. Too fast, not a good stroke. 1002. That's a heartbreaker. On and two with a 2-putt isn't bad, but wow. I feel like I really gave up an opportunity there. I was locked in on that. Still short. Story of my life. Boom. Do this. Let's go. Come on. Way forward. Wow, that's so slow. Okay. Alright, let's see the next hole. Alright, a 2-putt there. Par 5. Gotta hit a dog. Gotta hit the big dog. This one's across the street, so it's kind of inconvenient if there's a car coming. I'm gonna wave them on. That's going so far right. That's off the planet right. I'll have to take a drop. Ah, that's a bad shot. I'd love to know how I'm falling back on that one. The weight did not transfer forward. Boy, that's lousy. Why not get our money's worth today and hit 2? There's no way in hell that ball should ever go that far right. Ever. Soft and easy 250-yard shot. And even that's fading a little right. That's just so much cleaner and straighter. Tee isn't, but shot was. I don't like how nasty that drive. That tee box was kind of swampy. 5-year-old head cover needs a replacement. Scotty, I've had 2 Scottish Terriers, and I certainly do have my heart tied to them. Alright, I'm hoping I can find that first one, but probably not. I think that's in someone's backyard. Heard it hit some bushes. Didn't hear it clang a house, so that's good. And I will say that the GT2 driver is way more forgiving than the TSR2, which I guess it could be psychological because I'm certainly not showing that I'm accurate with it today, but I went through a nice 3-week stretch when I first got it where I was just boom, fairway, fairway, fairway. All right, so that's the second one. Second one made it in. I think I see it. One that says no trespassing. I'm hoping that's a mushroom. Alright, I'm going to take these off so I can look a little bit better. It is a mushroom, good. They do not look friendly. Oh, look at that. Look at that gem. That is me all the way. And I am totally in bounds. I'm going to hit this one. I'm actually doing it out of respect for that sign. If you're going to put a sign up like that, you better make sure you hit when you do have it in bounds then. A little psychology trick for you there. I'm really glad though, because someone that's going to put that stuff up there is probably not a very nice person. Maybe I wouldn't live on a golf course. Alright. Just going to punch this out. I'm actually pretty good at this trick sometimes. Yep, did it beautifully, actually. I hope you saw it run and spit up that water. It was kind of cool. It went like right between the two white posts in the center of the fairway. And I didn't hit concrete. It probably went about 180 yards. Okay, this is my third shot on this par 5. I had to punch out after my driver went a little further right than I wanted, as you recall. That looks like a plug ball. Sometimes they can be, oh, what a letdown. I was hoping for a Titleist. That actually poked me, and anyone that's seen the videos today, I've bled somewhere after getting stabbed with a pencil. I think right there. I have a cut from opening a bottle when we were in Florida. It's still there. That's always fun. All right. I'm getting 176. I'm hitting a 7-iron. They're telling me to hit a 6. I'm not gonna walk back. So I'm gonna hit the 7. Just real smooth. Just gonna try to get it up there. I'm not even trying to really do anything other than maybe a slight draw. So go a little farther then, hopefully. That's a draw. Went a little further left than I wanted. I think I'm on though. I'm gonna hit another one just for the hell of it. Heck of it. Sorry. It's really good that I'm doing this because I don't want to be swearing like I normally do around my kids, so y'all as an audience should help me keep my stuff together. Oh, I hit that so thin that still might make it. Get up. Just short of it. Good miss. Okay, this is kind of a tough break. I had a 7-iron on my first shot. Oh, I am on. Okay. First ball is on. Second ball was short. So I drew that one. And actually I thought it was going to be way further left. And then I tried to fade this one and I may have caught it. Yeah, I caught it thin. That was right. Caught it thin. So probably checked in that heap. And this one checked as well. Let me get a tee out and fix this guy. Oh, I have a tee. Good. That would not be pleasant. So I'm going to try to incorporate some stuff in these videos. Anyone that might find this part of the chapter or session. I've paid for enough lessons in the last 5 years of trying to learn golf, so I can probably learn a couple of tricks here. If anyone sees anything I'm doing wrong also. Probably talking too much. See, like on an 11 stimp, that ball is rolling down. This rolls like a 4 right now. A 4. And to be practical, we'll call it a 6. But that is so slow. Alright. Toey and hard. And that was too hard. But I got the toey part. It was cutting back. I'm not even going to care about a 3-putt on that. Forget that. That's some bogey. Alright. I'm going to chip. I don't think there's anyone in front of me, but I'm going to let these glasses charge. So, see you in a minute. Okay. So, now we're on to par 4. And this par 4 plays long. 458? Nah, I guess it doesn't. But it's just such a narrow fairway, so I just like hitting driver here, but I'm going to have to. Oh, I could hit a 5-wood, 235. I'm gonna pull up both. We'll see. I'm gonna definitely hit the driver here. I have to. Like, this is why you play back from the tips, right? Like, so you can cut better angles for someone that can hit it like 270, 280. It's modest talk anyway, so. Alright, let's go. So I'm aiming left with a cut because everything just seems to cut unless I pull hook it. All great topics to think about when you're lining up. So just balanced and hit the 250 mark. I'm going to try to draw it a little bit actually. Straight ball to draw. that's actually just what I wanted. Kicked a little further left than I thought it would. I literally am right where you kind of see pine straw or burnt grass, and it's probably burnt grass, but I know they were just growing stuff over there, so yeah, I should be just to the right of that. All right, so driver actually feels like it's in the fairway, maybe just off of the fairway on the left, so that was a good drive. I gotta pick a club. It says it was a 458 hole. I can't remember if I played right from the back. I doubt it. So probably a 280 drive. I'm thinking we'll just call it 150. I'll take a 9 and I'll take an 8. And why not just take a pitch? Because when in Rome, and we're walking all the way out there and we're chatting with y'all, that cloud looks deadly. I'm hoping that's pushing away. It is pushing away, thank goodness. Oh, so pretty over here. That looks ugly. Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna call that a fairway shot. I don't really know. Actually, I do know that is in the fairway. So, but that looks ugly, and that actually that's coming this way. So we're gonna hurry up here. We're gonna go 150. I'm gonna take a 9-iron and I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna try to run for my life, because I don't know if that's a good idea there. Smooth, steady, balance, weight forward, do it. A little bit of a freaking overdraw on that. That looks like it's flying past us though. I'm gonna hit another one just because that did throw me off. Thin, but that's gonna get on and probably be beautiful. Sometimes your bad shots are your best. It's really fascinating, and if I don't make it, I hope my wife will still upload all these videos, because you don't want to go out on the first reel with these guys. I don't want to even say the word, but I haven't seen any of it, and if I did, I sure as heck would not be holding these clubs. So we'll keep these crossed. Okay, first ball actually made it on, so that was a good drop. Good idea on that. Then I tried to fade it or stick it straight, and those clouds are still rolling in, so yeah, I'm hustling. Again, I haven't seen any of the stuff that you really don't want when you're holding metal. It doesn't mean it's not there. Yeah, so this is my first ball. Like, you know, I'm playing a little bit of stuff here because I just don't play from these distances that often. So, wow, that's actually really, really pretty. All right, it's getting cooler. I can feel it. We're gonna putt this hard and get this going. Possibly too hard? No. Wow, that thing would have been 40 yards past the freaking pin in Wisconsin or at TPC. I met Aaron Rodgers at TPC, by the way, so shout out to him. He was genuine and really nice guy. And I bothered him, so at the perfect time. Right before tee off. So Aaron, if you're hearing this, which won't be for probably 10 years from now when I'm asking for an autograph at a signing booth. Good luck this season. All right, that is a 4. All right, it is starting to rain on hole 17. We are gonna try to play this out as quickly as possible. I think just playing the number off the card and giving the old hairy whack it on that. So 190 out, green tee. Here we go. All right, you can see the storms are definitely heading in. They're kind of around us and it's raining. So we're just gonna play the number 190. I'm gonna take a 5-iron and I'm gonna hit it as smooth as I possibly can. It's like, they say Mizuno's hit like butter. I've never really felt it off a Titleist, but I have felt it off a Mizuno. When you hit that sweet spot, it does feel like you're hitting butter. It's so weird. But at any rate, that's what I'm going to try to swing for. And that is the swing thought I have with this Bridgestone. And that pin looks really far out at 182. Telling me to hit a 6, I'm hitting a 5. I'm going to choke up. I'm going to still try to hit a straight ball, maybe a little draw. I hit it a little off the toe. I think I'm going to be on. I think it went a little right of the pin, and it kind of stayed straight. It didn't really draw back, which is fine, especially in that looming area. Maybe a little bit over too, but I don't think so. I cannot believe we got this round in today. This is fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. But I really don't want it to pour on me, because it's about to. Alright, I'm gonna go up there. Well, we'll leave it on. Some people like the inclement weather, I'm imagining. Oh, 17th green, that's where we're going. They have torn this thing up. Oh, we get to go on the new bridge. Oh, heck yeah, I am playing out this round. I do not care. I do not care. There are trees up here. I will take care of them. Oh, this is a new bridge. It is raining, though. Raining harder than I wanted to. I'm gonna pull over in a minute here under some cover and cover up some stuff and put a jacket on because I brought it. And why wouldn't you? And I don't think this is even that bad. It's just gonna pass right through, I think. But might as well, with only 2 holes to go and a beautiful oversized rain jacket, why not put it on? Alright, I'm gonna do this. I think we're just going to play right through it. Let's do it. I should be on. Just in case I'm not, I'll bring a wedge. This is kind of one of those weather soft FootJoy gloves, so they're kind of chintzy, I feel like, but they're also, I feel like they're a little bit more, how should I say, durable of water. Alright. I hit that ball with a 5-iron, and I was short. Short with a 5-iron. Okay. Let me see what I got. I don't have a tee. Alright, well, whatever. Let's do this. I think that looks really good. Come on. Swim. Alright. The heck was that? Alright, right to left. Pretty good pace. I feel like my swing was a little fast on that. A backstroke on that. I really hope that guy isn't jumping me right now. I have 1 hole to go, I think. Here, cool. Alright. So a bogey on that. That's a lousy bogey. That guy kind of bothered me. Like, just out of the ordinary guy driving up and messing with my concentration. You get to blame it on him. You got to find someone to blame all your shit on, because that's how you make it in pro life. All right, let me go to the next hole. Darn it, I was doing pretty well in the back 9 here. So that's a 4 with a 2, 5-iron, short. It was 200 out. 190. 190. I must not have clipped it well. That's a shame. How does that not get on? All right. 58. Okay. 2 putt. Now we get to go to 18. All right. 18T. Got it. Par 3. They're showing I'm still on 14. Play 18. Let's see what they got. They got 160, and they're marking it at 188 for the back. I'm gonna hit a 7-iron. It feels like the wind's coming for us. Okay, cool. Wow, those clouds are looking gnarly. All right. Someone left a tee, finally. I don't ever bring up a tee because I'm used to playing from the white, so you can just grab a broken one. I'm not going to play with that. It's too dirty for my liking. And if I'm hitting a 7-iron, which I normally hit 170, I can take a little off anyway. I feel like it's going to kind of draw naturally. I'm just going to try to keep the club face on the ball as long as possible. Nope, I missed that. That went right. My grip kind of slipped a little. I'm going to do another one, but I'll hit that one. It's just off. All right, let me line this up. Grip is good. Club face. Low to the right. A little bit of a draw action. That might be okay. Well, I made it up there. It's just, sincerely, it was a little tough with the lenses because it's no longer light out and sunny. It's actually dark out and cloudy, and I really don't want to get completely drenched in this process. All right. Both should be over. That first one, though, is going to be a doozy. Probably using a 7-iron. This is all new. This is great. Look at how beautiful this is. They really did some decent work here, it looks like. I haven't played out here in a while, and I play here every weekend, so... and by a while, I haven't played out here in 2 weeks. But I play here just about every Saturday. So, if I owe you money, you know where to find me. Let's see. That guy and that guy is all I need. I'm gonna... Okay, my ball went in here. I'm gonna pause it for a sec so I can take these off. Alright, let me see what's going on here. I found a ball over here and a ball over there. I'm in a Titleist in this one, I believe. Definitely not a TaylorMade TP5 practice ball, but I will take it. Because who can't use an extra practice ball? So that means that's my first shot. And if that is my first shot, then that is not bad. That should, I believe, be a Titleist. Maybe a Bridgestone. No, it's the Bridgie. Yep, that's what I hit first. The second one must have been the Titleist. All right. I'm pretty sure that's on footage anyway, so you can call me out if I'm lying. All right. Good chip here. Get that bottom shoulder coming through. I'm going to try to land this one like 70% of the way there. I did not land at 70%, but it might still roll. Man, it's just tough. All right, I'll pick up here. It's just starting to rain, and I don't really want to be out here much longer. Boy, what a pleasure. What a fun little adventure with these glasses. I hope you enjoyed it. It's about to downpour, it feels like. I'm going to race to my car as soon as I get out of here. It's been a pleasure again. I hope to see you tomorrow. Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it. I would have loved that par save. I thought I had it. Shouldn't be wearing my glove, but whatever. It's a bogey. What a way to finish it. Pleasure again, guys. Thank you so much. We beat the storm. Bye. Alright, as I wait here for my ride, I counted it as a 41 on the back. Yeah, not bad. Turned out to be an 85, so 44 on the front, 41 on the back. I felt like I left a lot of good shots out there. I normally walk this course, so I'll see you guys though, and I'll chat with you because I'm going to do some simulator stuff and everything else. So thanks again, guys, and if you have any questions, let me know. Tell me how to improve. Thanks.